We're here to celebrate water. I'm going to call in the four directions and the element of water and its sister elements as it relates to water. I look to the west and the element of water, the mother of all that is. I look to the north, the element of earth and the container of water. I look to the south. No, the east. Thank you. Just testing. I look to the east and the element of air, the great conveyor of water. And I look to the south and the element of fire, the great transformer of water. We call water sacred because it is essential to life. Evolutionarily, we arose from the primordial waters of the ocean. When we look for life on other planets, we look for evidence of water. Personally, each of us are water. In fact, when we are fetuses, we're 99% water when we start out. When we're born, we're 90%. And now we're about 70%. We are still a lot water. I invite you to be mindful of the fact that we are water. Water is precious. We in the Pacific Northwest are blessed with an abundance of water in all its forms. The fun facts are, however, 97% of the water on the earth is salt water. 97%. Of the remaining 3% fresh water, 2% is in the form of ice on the caps, the polar caps, or way underground in our aquifers. 1% of water is available to us to use. 1% of the world's water. I invite you to be stewards of our water. Water is essential to life. Essential to keep water alive is movement, and I put forth joy. Like within our bodies, stagnation and impurities and clogged arteries are not healthy. We know this. Nor, we know, are negative thoughts. As Dr. Masao Emoto demonstrated with his photographs of the water crystals exposed to simple thoughts, water can copy and convey our thoughts. Our very thoughts can also be medicine to water. I invite you to be mindful of the movement and joy of water in this global water dance. So I want to speak a little bit of this place. Why are we here? This is Moxley Springs. Moxley Springs was the original water source for the city of Olympia from its settlement until about the 1950s. It begins as an artesian well. Sorry, I'm reading this. It begins as an artesian well and flows northward towards Puget Sound. Along its course, it's joined by more springs and groundwater from the forested wetlands of this watershed park. Indian Creek joins Moxley Creek inside a 6-foot pipe, traveling 2/3 of a mile underground to Puget Sound. Joining these creeks then is a network of storm drains and pipes from the city, from the sidewalks and rooftops of the city. Finally, when the pipe discharges into this sound, it is a mixture of the ancient artesian water, the Indian Creek, and today's polluted runoff from the city. And it empties into East Bay. This is our path. One more thing I want you to know I found that Karen showed me. The tide flows up this pipe at East Bay and it carries marine life that dies due to continual darkness. The tide flows out of the pipe with the fresh water above as a slurry of degraded, polluted water. Could be a highly productive body of water cannot repair itself while it is a pipe. There is movement to get the city of Olympia to recognize that how this tidal estuary as streams and natural waterfront would be beneficial to business and homeowners, as well as, of course, the world. So as an underground creek, Moxley is unseen and unknown to many as they drive over or walk over and work over. Moxley is typical of the salmon runs once so prevalent along the Salish Sea that fed thriving interdependent estuaries. It is our hope that raising awareness about this creek under the city will increase a commitment to bettering our local waters. So as we trace the progress of Moxley Creek to the Sound, I invite you to be mindful of the sacred movement of the dance happening all over the globe today, and of the joy and gratitude we have for this, our precious water. We will have an opportunity at Indian Creek to infuse our thoughts, our wishes, our blessings, our joy and gratitude into a daisy. And we will place that daisy into Indian Creek and wish it on its way. First, we begin our journey by recognizing our relationship to the sacred waters of Moxley Spring and to each other as we give and receive a blessing from Moxley Spring.
I bless you with the sacred waters.
Carol, I bless you with the sacred waters of this place and of our earth.
Marcella, I bless you with the sacred waters from this spring, part of our community.
Betty, I bless you with the waters of the spring.
Oh.